Many families have been left struggling as their loved ones battle COVID-19. For one family in Anchorage, it's meant days of not seeing their loved ones, who is currently behind the doors of the intensive care unit at Providence, Alaska Medical Center. Beth, Verge tells us this family's story of what it's like to struggle with this horrible illness.
COVID is very, very vicious. It's very, it touches everybody in so many different ways. So he's not alone in all of this, but it's a struggle.
Among the many patients at Providence, Alaska Medical Center is Max Hornak, whose wife, Amy, and many friends and family members are praying that he pulls through.
We've got people all over the United States that uplift him and have him in prayer. And we did a Zoom meeting the other day. The nurses were kind enough to put an iPad in there, so we did a Zoom meeting. We had 14 people on across the nation. It was really, really good for people to be able to talk to him.
Amy says her husband was diagnosed with COVID-19 earlier this month. He's been in an induced coma in the ICU at Providence for several days now, unable to have any visitors.
That's the hardest part, not to be able to talk to these people and go and hold their hands and just let them know how much they're loved. We've had a few upticks and a few downticks.
Still, she's holding out hope. COVID-19 has left Max's body, she says, and the battle now is mainly against what the virus left behind. A weakened body, damage to Max's lungs, as well as a new case of bacterial pneumonia.
It's just an ugly virus, you know, and I just wish that people would focus on the families that are going through this rather than the elements of how they got there.
For the Hornacks, Alaska has been home for about 4 decades. They met in high school and married a few years later. And they've worked hard. Max, a longtime auto body repairer who also built their family home from the ground up, and played hard. Once, his wife says, he even caught a 287-pound halibut.
He touches things and they just turn to gold type of thing.
And here, they created an Alaskan life for themselves and their 3 sons. Continuing that life is what Amy is focused on. She says she knows things will be different when Max comes home.
When anybody comes out of this, it's a long haul. It is, you know, a long time for recovery, and it's not easy. It's not easy on anybody.
But for now, Max coming home is all she wants.
He's one of the most stubborn people that you will ever meet, and he gets that fair and square from his mother. But we are optimistic because we know Max. I think so many times when you're sick, you just focus on the sickness instead of on the healing side of it. So when I speak with Max, I just say, Max, allow your body to heal. Allow your body to heal. You know, welcome that healing instead of all the nastiness, you know. And so, yeah, I think just for him to know that he's wrapped in love, and we want him to heal.
Now, Amy says she was also diagnosed with COVID-19 earlier this month, but that her symptoms were similar to a mild cold.
And she's added that she is grateful for all the support that she has received, especially from the staff there at Providence, and hopes that people look at situations like hers and her husband's with compassion and not judgment.